Alright, welcome back to part 2. Now, the interesting story about these ants. Of course, now that I try to collect them, everybody's after them. When they pop up online, they're going for a lot of money. People are going insane for them. I don't know what the hell was going on, but it always seems to be whenever I want to go after some old toy, that's when everybody decides to go after it. Now, like I said before, General MacArthur, his pipe alone is going for 20 bucks. Not even the ant. Like this custom paint job, it's not bad. I can probably take it off if I wanted to, because I want the stuff on the original form. Now, what did I pay for this? I paid 23 bucks and $5 shipping. I know, expensive. The guy had to buy it now, or then he had a best offer. So I put in a best offer. This is where it gets interesting, for 18 bucks, which I thought was actually pretty good. But you know, I was kind of lowballing a little bit because of this. Like I said, I know the pipe alone is going for like 20 bucks, if you can find it. And the guy immediately sent me a message back saying, you know, that's a pretty messed up offer. Like, it wasn't really pissed off, but it just sounded like the tone was like, oh, you know, you're screwing me. So he's like, I can get $10 alone for General MacArthur, and I can get another, like, I think he said like $5 for his pipe or something like that. So he's like, you know, I won't accept this offer. It's way too low. And I had said to him, he's like, you know, you'd have to make me a better offer. You know, don't chump change me or some weird thing. So I said to him, I was like, well, you got to also realize these aren't in perfect shape. I said to him, I was like, they all have these black spots on their back or on their head. You can see it, which is from aging. It wasn't the guy's fault. This does happen to a lot of them. I did have a few of these a long time ago. They just started to get these black spots. So they're not in perfect shape. And the other thing is, yeah, you could get a lot of money for this character alone and his pipe, but the fact that you customized his pistol, I mean, it's not bad. But there was a couple ones he had they were selling. They were kind of the bad paint job. But because you did that, it devalues the character. I was like, you know, it's not in the original shape anymore. I was like, and a lot of them, I was like, they all do have their weapons. I was like, Gimme 50's weapon is broken. I was like, so you got that. And I was like, and then the one guy doesn't have his lighter, which, like I said, didn't matter because I had him already. I wasn't going to say that, though. I was like, and they all have the age spots. I was like, so not everybody has their weapon. I was like, you're missing two without weapons, one with a broken weapon, and one with a custom paint job. And he just kind of fired back. He's like, well, you know, these are desirable. I'm like, yeah, I understand that. I was like, but again, you know, the price you're asking for, I was like, isn't bad. He's like, well, it's a fair price. I'm like, it's not bad. I was like, but you said make it my best offer. I was like, so I threw that out there. And I was like, I'll go up to, I think, like 20, I think I said, because it'll be like 25 altogether. And he sent a message back, like I said, not being pricks. We weren't being pricks back together. We're just trying to, I guess, come to a deal. He's like, well, the ants have only been on there for 3 days. I got another, like, 6 days or something left or something like that. He's like, I'm sure I can get a lot more than you're offering. He's like, but if you want to save all this hassle and trouble, he's like, I would accept $23 plus $5 shipping. So I was like, you know what? I looked at it and I was like, you know what? The hell with it, because it is worth it. Like I said, him alone, even in his condition, he's about 10 bucks. So he was on the money about that. But he didn't really know how much value the pipe had. The pipe, like I said, 20 bucks. It was the lowest I've been able to find. I've seen it for more. I've seen it for $50 and $60. So I was like, you know what? I was like, you got a deal, man. And he was pretty cool. You know, he sent me a message. He's like, you know, I'm going to send the ants. He's like, I'm going to put it in a sturdier box. He's like, I'm not going to charge you extra money for the shipping because we agreed on the deal. He's like, but I'm going to upgrade the box so it's, you know, a little more sturdy and they don't get out and all this stuff. And he's like, I'm also going to put the weapons in a separate bag. And you know, I kept asking, like, is that cool with you? And I'm like, yeah, it's fine. And I got these really fast. I mean, I ordered these like 2 days ago and they're already here. So, very cool. Very happy with them. Like I said, it's very hard to get some of these with the weapons, especially this guy and this guy. If you ever see this guy with the pipe, get it. No matter what condition he's in, get it. As long as it's not too expensive, or, you know, some people want to spend the money. But hey, if you want to do that, go nuts. So there you have it. I have a nice little group of army ants, you know, blue army ants. The guy did have more of them. Like I said, this was the one thing. I am looking at 2 of his other things. I'm debating whether I want to get it because he had a group of orange ones with the General Pat ant, I think his name is, and he had all the weapons. I think he was asking like 10 bucks, something like that, which isn't too bad. But again, he did a lot of custom paint jobs on them, which is sometimes cool, but sometimes it just pisses me off because I'm like, I really want them in their original thing. The only problem is that the collection he's selling for the orange ones, the General and like one other is the only ones I actually need. The other ones are all doubles. So I'm like, ah. But anyway, there you go. An interesting little story. I made this go a little further than I wanted to, but with the time anyway, but let's hope it uploads. Thank you all for watching. I do appreciate it. And any questions or comments, feel free. I love answering stuff like that. If you want to talk about army ants, let me know. Or if you know where I can find them cheap, hey, let me know. That's right, going after the army ants. Thank you all for watching. Later.